Hey everybody, welcome to Cube Dudes. My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be chatting. So this video is not really going to have much of a structure or plan. Basically, it's just going to be me talking about puzzles in general, what I do like to solve, how I solve, and stuff of that kind of sort. So let's get started. So I solved the 3x3 using CFOP, as I mentioned before in my introduction video, which you can click here to take a look at. One of the big plans I had for the channel was to kind of have a road to CFOP mastery kind of video. And you can see I'm kind of slow solving here, partially because I'm not really great at talking and cubing at the same time. Probably something that will improve as I do the channel more, but I digress. I am working on learning full PLL right now. I've got all but 6 permutations learned as of right now. Those 6 being the NA perm, NB perm, and the 6G perms. So that's my next biggest goal. And aside from that, I'd like to finish learning the 4 other methods that I have begun, which would be Ru, ZZ, 3 different methods, which would be Ru, ZZ, and Highs. It's 4 methods total. Sorry about that. Now, I've kind of made a pact with Graham that we would both eventually learn Highs method and race with it. And I very much want to do that. Highs method is just kind of fascinating to me, although it's kind of complicated. A few other goals of mine include, well, for one thing, as you can see here, improving my F2L look ahead, as someone mentioned to me earlier, which right now is my biggest kind of limiting factor in cubing in times. But a few other things that I want to learn include blind solving, which I've tried to begin learning. I tried to begin learning old Pacman, and that didn't quite go well for me. But that's another goal of mine. As far as I know, Graham has somewhat learned to do it, but has not given it much practice. So I'm definitely going to be learning blind solving, and I'll have videos up here about my journey learning it in the future when I kind of get to it, but that's sort of on a back burner right now. Biggest thing is finishing full PLL. Now, one thing I've always had trouble with is memorizing algorithms. I can never, ever memorize algorithms. To my right, kind of off screen, is a Bob Burton's CubeWiz full PLL guide sheet, and let's see, somewhere up here there is a 4x4 parody on a sticky note, and there are a few other things around here, like I've got the super flip, I've got I don't know, but that's just kind of one of my biggest drawbacks. I have a friend who is incredibly good at memorizing algorithms. I think he learned all 4 Gs in one night, just because he could, and he does a lot better at like learning the raw information, like the algorithms and stuff, but he doesn't have like a grasp on the cubing law as well as I do. So I think there's kind of 2 sort of sides to that, where some people will understand more about how the cube works, and more other people will let us understand why the algorithm kind of works. If that makes any sense. I'm rambling a bit, so let's move on. So I also kind of want to just briefly talk about the puzzles that I like to do. I'm a fan of a little bit of everything, as you can see here. I've got almost all the WCAs, 2x2 through 5x5 and 7x7. Square 1, Megaminx, Pyraminx are back here, kind of hard to see. And also, Skew over here. I could forget Skew. I also like some non-WCAs. You can see some of my favorite puzzles are around here. There's a Master Morphix back there. There's a Gear Ball. There's right here actually. This is my favorite puzzle in my collection as of right now. This is a Wit Eden Cubic 3x3x9 version 1. And a friend of mine taught me how to solve this, Justin, and I use his method, which is not a standard cuboid method, it's more of a 3-corner cycle. And yeah, I have a lot of fun solving this. I feel like it's a little bit of everything. It feels less like a cuboid, and the experience I have with, I know there are no cuboids on my desk right now, but I did spend a weekend learning to solve 4x4x6. That's kind of my limited experience there. But it doesn't feel like a cuboid. I solve it like a 5x5 almost, with a little bit of stuff in between. And I just find it to be a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend this puzzle to anyone who wants to kind of get out a little bit, who likes the longer puzzles, ones you have to kind of like sit down and do. I can solve this in about 4 minutes, but I've never really tried speed solving it. This is for the people who like stuff like 5x5 and larger NXNs, but want something a little bit different. Let's see. Another interesting little fact. My least favorite cube in my collection, I'll cover that, is the square one. I just like the square one as a puzzle. This is the Shi square one, and it is a very well built product. I love it. It feels great. It works. It moves great. I've got a very small amount of weight to lube on it, and it turns very well. I just don't like square one in general. I don't know what it is. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy trying to wrap my head around it. I've always kind of liked stuff that's a little bit closer to what I know in terms of like the 3x3 or like shape mods. Like you can see here, there's an Axis Cube or the Master Morphix, but I've just never really gotten the square one bug. Now that's not to say I hate all non-3x3-esque puzzles. One of my favorite puzzles back here hiding is the Lan Curvicopter, and that's a great puzzle. That's another one of my little goals, learning to solve this with jumbling. So yeah, I like a little bit of everything. Square one, I could never really get it into. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oldest cube that I have in here is this one. This is a Diane Zenchi that I have kind of done a lot to. It was stickerless at first, then I ordered a set of 6 faces of black stickers, so I could try and make a sort of phantom cube kind of feel to it. And I'll bring this up close to the camera. I put notches in all of the centers to convert this into a super cube for science and such. Graham and I kind of wanted to do a little bit of research into how centers are affected in rotation of, or in application of algorithms and such. So I made the super cube to kind of help with that. And also, I think this phantom cube looks really cool. Just as a note, I've never actually tried the Maru Phantom Cube, but I imagine it's good. Alright, last few things and then I'll leave it off. I will talk about my mains. I'm only going to say 3 because I only really do 3 puzzles enough to actually say that I have a main. And of course, 3x3 main is the Kong Design Mei Ying. Great puzzle, really, really good control. I've never been able to control a puzzle like this. And this is actually pretty old compared to a lot of the puzzles here. I got the Yushin, or the Yue Xiao a few weeks ago. This one I got in November of last year. And I eventually just reverted back to this because this is the best one that I had. This puzzle is the best that I could do. I had the most control over it. I have the best times on it. This is why I went back to it. My 4x4 main is a YJ Guansu, and that is an interesting puzzle. I didn't enjoy it out of the box, but it's after breaking it in and getting used to it, it's good. 2x2 main is a Moyu Lingpo, and before I get the whole why is it transparent, it's not competition legal back all those comments, I don't really care. I'm not going to go to competition, and if I do, I'm not going to be using this cube. I'm probably going to use a Diane that someone else owns, that a friend of mine owns. So I thought it looked cool. It was in stock. It was that or like pink and brown. So I got the transparent. I enjoy it. It was a good choice. It looks really cool. So that's just kind of me talking for a little bit. No real direction, but a few things that are going to be coming up. We're going to be having a beginner's method video. I call it pre-fop. That's something that Graham and I are going to be working on. I'm going to be talking a little bit about full PLO in a later video. And also coming up, I am hopefully soon going to be receiving a shipment of custom stickers, custom logo stickers for all of my cubes. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm really excited for that. And otherwise, I want to hear what videos you guys want. So please let me know and what you think I should make, and I will make it. And that's all I have to say. Leaving off, this is Ryan. Thank you for watching Cube Dudes.